What's up, you guys? Your boy Big Al.
And I'm Zoe.
And I'm Alan.
This is Alan.
That's Alan.
This is Alan. This is Alan fucking Padilla.
That's right.
Alan fucking Hijo de Santo Padilla. This who's amazing, bro. This is the guy right here. Look at this fucking paintings. Look at everything that's going on in here. This guy's a true representation of what Latino culture is, especially in the tattoo game. Universally, he's renounced for his tattoos, Latino-wise and everything-wise, honestly. Now he's going to be renounced for his fucking paintings, too, bro.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you,
Welcome.
Thank you,
Welcome
man.
to my house, your guys' house.
Thank
Cheers.
you for having us.
Every time I hang out with Alan,
Good times.
I've gone blacked out.
Like I said, good times.
Good times. I remember him though, you know, which is different. I remember him. Something I want to talk about too when we're coming in here. You're obviously renowned for your tattoos and everything. What got you into painting? Did painting come before tattooing?
No. Drawing came before tattoo.
Okay.
And then I was drawing all the time since I was 14, you know, like
14.
kept drawing and drawing and drawing.
Mm-hmm.
When I turned 16, I was like, man, I wanna do tattoos. Because it's amazing that you can take something that you draw on paper, take it with you forever. So
yeah, that's
pretty cool. What actually got me into it,
Uh-huh.
looking at tattoos of older people. You know, over there in Mexico, they were pretty messed up, like old. You know, but
yeah.
but I was impressed of that. Of that you can take a tattoo with you forever.
So what part of Mexico exactly are you from, so everyone can know?
I'm from Hidalgo.
Hidalgo, which would be obviously Americans. We kind of center everything around Mexico City.
I would say
Guadalajara.
it is the belly button from whole Mexico City.
Okay.
Like whole country actually.
Whole country.
Yeah.
It's right center in the
Like
middle.
right like the center down, south and middle.
And is it more? Would you say is it more of like a pueblo style? Is it like city?
They call it a city because they had a big industry back then.
Mm-hmm.
We did, I say we because I was born there, but
you're still
we create the train system for Mexico City, like for the whole metro.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Which
So-
is huge.
Yeah. So that's why people
Because
know where I'm
transportation-
from, because they're like, oh shit, you guys did the metro,
The
whole-
train,
the
yeah.
whole train, yeah.
So that's something that's huge because obviously in Mexico the transportation system isn't is modernized as it is out here.
Yeah.
You know, so it's
Same.
because of the
Probably more.
yeah.
They're probably using more in Mexico than here.
Which we fucking should
Yeah.
probably start picking up on because we got way too many fucking cars in LA.
Way
small.
too many fucking
And
cars.
smog, I'm sure it's terrible. And on the train, dude, you could fit a couple fucking 100 people. You know, it's
Easy.
not like a bus. You
Over
know,
there probably 1,000.
holy shit, yeah. The way us Mexicans work, you probably fit
Yeah,
3,000.
fit a lot. All the family.
So you're from there,
Yes.
and it all started from drawing, 14, 16, seeing other older people with tattoos, and obviously them not being is ahead of the game. Is probably seeing tattoos. There was no fucking media back then, so there was no other way
No.
of seeing tattoos.
That's true. It was no.
There was no,
A lot of people, you know, thought that tattoos is gonna be like a bad life and Diablo
yeah.
or be in jail or
And
drugs.
drugs.
No,
Which for a long time, and that stereotype in the United States probably
stereotype,
got
exactly,
lifted
like a
very,
taboo, you
very,
know?
not too long ago. That
Right.
finally got lifted,
To
you
this
know?
day, it's still like you know,
I still
it's
see
the older
people like.
generation. Yeah, the older generation is like, oh, you got a tattoo. They think, oh, what type of job you gonna get? You know, like
What are you gonna?
yeah,
What do you
gonna
do?
What do you do?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
something like that.
But right now it's more open because
Right.
now they social media and like they know every
So
artist, sports. You know what I
Exactly,
mean?
more than
Everybody
anything.
has tattoos, so
Sports,
it
yeah.
becomes more normal.
Yeah.
But back then it was hard. So all I had it was going to the big city, Mexico City, which is like 2.5, 3 hours from where I'm from,
Holy
and
shit.
trying to like buy
Train?
No. no, there's no train over there. But
Oh, okay.
you know, I used to have older people that was going often,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll be like, hey, can you get me a magazine, tattoo magazine,
Yeah.
anything that with tattoos.
Okay, so tattoo magazines, that was a format of you pretty much
Yeah.
seeing other
Yeah,
styles.
exactly, yes,
You know,
yes.
and getting able to get your eyes
Right,
on something
right.
else other than what your local, which wasn't much,
No.
tattooing was.
Right.
And that's
So
dope.
I got my inspiration from magazines.
Tattoo magazines.
Yes, back then they used to be
Was there
Tatuaje en la piel. That was
Tatuaje,
an
okay.
old magazine
That's
name.
sick.
Yeah.
That's a sick ass name. Tatuaje en la piel meaning tattoos on the
Tattoo on
skin.
the skin, yeah.
Tattoos on
How
the
you say
skin.
it?
Tatuajes en la piel.
Tatuajes en la piel.
There you go.
Close
That's
enough.
close. That's close, bro. That'll get you
Next
by.
year.
And with those magazines and stuff like that. Obviously, being Latino and me having for being a first generation, having parents from Mexico, I know that coming to the United States is the ultimate, the ultimate dream for a lot of Mexicans to make it to the side to get a better life. Did that ever have to do with you tattooing? Did you ever want to tattoo over here? Did you ever want to just think about staying in Mexico?
Actually, I didn't.
Or how did it come about?
Yeah, I didn't really have plans to come over here.
Yeah.
But it was like a personal situation that I was like, fuck, I don't want to, like, I just wanted to do something different. So that's what I like, pretty much spark, like, I want to get out of here now, like.
What age did you come over here? Okay, what age did you come over here?
Probably like around 18, 19. So.
Damn, so it's been 3 years.
Yeah. Yes. So then when I moved here, I work doing everything, man. Car wash, doing like, dude, the lowest you can imagine, man. Like I did hard work, and then little by little, I start seeing more people with tattoos, and I start asking them, where you get them, like, but I always keep drawing, like, and it's crazy because I was drawing now, like, thinking tattooing, you know what I mean? Like, I would do like a dragon, or I would do like, clown girl, whatever, but like thinking tattooing, not
the whole time, not putting out a sketch. You were thinking of the final product at the end was maybe one day
right,
I can put this on someone's
exactly.
Yeah.
So
okay.
All my drawings, and I can show you later my old drawings, like it was thinking of tattooing.
So was it always bolder lines, would you say?
Yeah.
Because the tattoo gun, exactly, back in the day, the tattoo guns when it's modernized, so the lines were a lot bolder and were deeper into the skin. So that's something I think about too. Also, is that I'm sure that back in the day, I almost feel like with the ways the tattoos were done back in the day, and kind of coming into being young and getting used to the style, that's another thing too. I'm sure you had to realize, holy shit, like this, what you were drawing in Mexico, do you feel like it was something you could have put on skin in the United States the second you got over here?
Well,
or did you feel like you had to adjust your art sort of to what the tattoos you were seeing out here?
That's what I'm doing now. What I'm doing now is like representation of what my background was. Like, I don't know if I explain it right. Like I tattoo a lot of Aztec and Mayan because I've been there, and I tattoo a lot of tattoo a lot of girls with carrilleras and these charras and adelitas because I lived there before. So to me, it's like I'm not gonna do something Japanese because I had to go there and see their culture and what it represents. Actually, that's what it represents, and then that's why I've been doing that kind of artwork,
Yeah, and that's something that I feel like when I look at your tattoo work, I feel like it's a representation of, like you said, like what you've seen.
Mm-hmm.
What you're the most familiar with.
Yes, exactly. And familiar with.
And I feel like that's something I asked that question because in a notion, I almost felt like you were gonna say no because it's not the proper question, because it is everything you put out is what you are. I've never seen you do a tattoo. I'm like, no, that's not Alan's style. No, everything I feel that I've seen you done has always been you.
I try now. Yeah. Before, we had tattoo tribals and names and infinities and all this stuff.
That tribal shit is
tribal
terrible.
Shit, man.
Oh my god.
I hated it, but I had to do it. I had to do it to learn. And over practice now we don't use as much outline, it's more realistic. Sorry, better ink, better needles, better material, better machines. So everything is in like an evolution now, and you gotta.
And Bishop Rotary.
I'm sponsored by them.
Those are the dogs.
And also Quadrum, and I have inkies. A lot of. That's another thing that I'm so glad, man, that I. Doing tattoos, man, I didn't know it would take me that far. I didn't know, like, people that I look up to and I have in magazines, and I look up to them through magazines. Now they're my friends, that's something that I very, very happy doing this and love it. I love it.
That's definitely something.
It's taken me so far, man.
About the tattoo community, it's fucking
tattoo
beautiful.
community around the world, man. I've been traveling so many countries and doing seminars and learning, and it's just amazing. This tattoo industry, it's amazing.
Beautiful. I personally say I've been embraced. This dude right here, man, embraced me from the beginning. What were you saying, Joe?
And you mentioned, before he mentioned Alan's always spoke very highly of you. Before this even interview, he spoke very highly of you.
Thanks,
and for
man.
him to say top 5, that's huge to me.
Yeah, that's huge to me.
It means a lot.
Just looking around, I can see why he say top 5.
He's saying top 5 around his house.
No.
Oh,
Because he's my neighbor.
And we have a couple of guys who live around here, but it's always since I met Alan, man, and he has a special place in my heart. We've been through a bunch of shit together.
Yeah.
And from the beginning, man, I got tattooed by one of Alan's best friends back in the day. Shout out to Yuichi. Yuichi-san.
My brother.
I got tattooed by him a couple years back, and Yuichi is in Mexico in the motherland, and jumping out of Japan and Mexico in between both the motherlands, actually.
Yeah.
And
He would be here right now
he'd
with
be
us.
right now. Yeah, we'd be. If he were here right now,
Shit.
we'd be fucked up right now.
Saki.
We'd be wasted. Yuichi's a beast. That dude can
Yeah,
fucking
definitely.
drink. No offense, Juan. I think that's the littlest dude I know that it
That he
takes
can
him to
drink.
drink more than.
Dude, he was
fucking-
drinking pulque in Mexico, man.
Bro,
Ridiculous.
he's
Awesome.
a shit, bro.
I love him.
Golden State Tattoo Convention, fucking shit house drunk, the whole thing. Shout out to that. You guys brought me to that too. That was amazing. Alan is definitely one of those human beings that I feel like it was the best representation of, other than Yuichi. Yuichi brought me in, but he introduced me to Alan the same day I got tattooed, and fuck, I feel like I'm the guy's cousin, since the beginning. It's been fucking years. Every time we see each other, it's an embrace. Like, we saw each other yesterday, and, we fucking act like it every single time. And him saying that about the tattoo community as a wholesome is a wonderful representation of not only his personality, but when you see someone with tattoos, bro, you see some tattooed faces and shit like that, don't judge, man.
Seriously.
Don't judge,
Yeah,
bro.
don't judge.
That's not
Seriously.
something to judge because we don't live in that world anymore. Tattoos don't mean what they used to mean. They're not there to intimidate. They're there to show a representation of a part of their life.
Yeah, it's
You know
part
what
of
I'm
their
saying?
life.
You see someone's name over their eyebrow. Hey, bro, you know if that was his sister. You know what I'm saying?
Could be anything, man.
Or his mom. You know what I'm saying?
something like
Yeah,
that.
it's
That's true.
personal. It's
It's
something
no
different.
one. You're not the one to judge. You know what I'm saying? And that's
They just
something-
graffiti their body.
Exactly. That's all they did. And guess what, bro? It's not your body, so don't fucking
Yeah.
worry about it, because
Yeah.
it's not your body. It's not like someone walked up to you and fucking tattooed you, graffitied you forever. You know what I'm saying? So that's something, a beautiful representation of what the tattoo community actually is. Go to fucking tattoo convention, bro.
Yeah,
You know,
actually,
seriously.
that's how I convinced my parents, because my parents, they're old school.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't like none of what I was doing,
Yeah.
So it was hard for me to convince them that it's actually a lifestyle,
Mm-hmm.
and and look how far I can take it, and now my family's proud of me, and
Yeah.
but that's what I'm saying. I took him to tattoo conventions, and they were like, "Oh my God, I cannot believe they can do that! Oh my God," they were so impressed, because tattoo industry is so family wise.
It is.
It's orientated like family, and I learned that in Japan. In Japan, they call themselves like a family. They're not a tattoo artist. They're like families.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and it's awesome, man. How it's really a family.
And
That you mentioned that, your parents being old school. My parents are very old school, and they're not from this country as well. So they're kind of the same way, against tattoos, and thinks everybody with tattoos are evil, And so you took them to the convention, and it's just amazing. Just to hear that, it's just amazing how you just, now you say they're proud of you and things like that. It just makes me think back to my parents, and so. But I'm just looking around, and I'm just looking at all this amazing work. You say you get the inspiration from things that you feel and things like that. So what's one of the longest pieces, painting wise, that you've done before?
Thank you for asking. It's this one right here.
oh,
This is taking me probably 2 years now.
Ooh.
Yeah, and all I've been. This is something different, so different than everything I've done, because this represents an artist. To me, this is like a representation of a real artist. They just concentrating on what is creating, and forgetting everything around the world, everything bad, good, but mostly bad.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially, you know what I mean?
You gotta get in on this. This is amazing, by the way. Just I don't mean to cut you off, but this is a really amazing
you.
piece. Really, really amazing. When I first walked in here, I said, "Yo, that's amazing. Then you said you haven't named it yet.
No, I haven't named it yet, but I want something special
Something
for it
special.
because
Yeah, of
everything
course,
has
of
been.
course.
I've been putting stuff and erasing stuff and putting stuff. That's what I love about oil painting, that you can always manipulate. Like if you don't like something, you can always erase it and start over, or add it. You know what I mean? So yeah, and I've been painting now for 10 years,
10 years.
which that's I answered your question at the beginning.
Okay.
Why I started first, started drawing, tattooing, and then painting.
So what brought you to the painting?
The love of art, like museums. See, when you paint something, and especially in oil, but you can do it in any other mediums,
Yeah.
it will last longer than your life. And you see paintings on the museums that have been 500 years old, 300 years old, and it's still there, So it's something for you to like give to.
That's
world.
eternal.
To the world.
That's beautiful.
You know what I mean?
I've never
That's
thought of it
amazing.
that way. I've
You
never
just made
thought
me
about
think.
that.
You just made me think.
It's like
That's
music.
beautiful.
It's like music,
Yeah.
People that create
It's timeless.
music and any art,
Yeah.
sculptures. Imagine the sculptures that you see, how old they are,
Yeah.
So that's putting leaving the mark in this world, like you doing this video,
Yeah.
Right. True.
Same
Shit.
thing.
So how do you know, like you personally, how do you know when something is finished and like I'm not adding anything else to this?
That my teacher told me that, and it was funny because I was stressing so much in my painting, and he just said, "Dude, just sign it. Can you do something better?" And then you're gonna see it later, and you're gonna be like, "Shit, just sign it and move on."
Who's your teacher, by the way?
My teacher, the rest in peace, Jim Sarr,
Jim Sarr.
is an amazing teacher. And now I have another. I have a few teachers that I learned with. I'm right now painting with Rino Gonzalez right there on 6th Street. Yeah, he's
I
amazing.
know who that is. Yeah.
So I'm being very, very lucky to
Yeah.
paint with these amazing badasses,
That's amazing.
But yeah, he was one of my teachers. And I remember him for that.
That's
Just move on.
Let's move on.
Yeah,
beautiful.
sign it, move on.
That's dope.
That's
That's
amazing.
dope. Have you ever so what would you say, it being 2 years, this beauty here?
Yeah, still. And it's not bad.
Tattoo's a little bit different. We kind of go by hours.
Ye-
What would you say is the longest tattoo?
Shit, it could be to 40 to 50 hours. I mean, of course, you're not doing it non-stop.
How long was
The back piece?
the back piece?
Dude, this guy flew from Australia to get tattooed by me 5 days in a row. And he took it like 8 hours each day. No, it was like probably 7 hours each day. And then he came back like a year later to finish it. Dude, from Australia, man. I was so like
Dude.
amazed that
That back piece is now worldly renounced. We'll go ahead and whoop, bloop.
Yeah, put that on there right now.
There you go. You just saw it. All right.
yeah, that back piece.
It's insane.
It took me and
it's fucking 3-dimensional, bro.
I love it, man, because
It's
he actually
3D.
gave me the freedom. He just said, "Hey, I want something from Mayan, Aztec, and Olmec and Toltec, and you do your own, and I want to mix up from Mexico." And I was like, "All right,
That
sounds like a challenge."
That's your calling.
yeah."
That's your calling at the same
so
time.
that's
then.
something that I really enjoyed it, and I'm thank you for,
The snake on
pain
that back
and
piece?
then taking all that pain,
Yeah, seriously, that's a lot of pain.
Yeah,
That's
for
a
sure.
long time. The
You ever had
snake.
somebody tap out before?
Before, like back, man, I don't even remember it for a long time. Because nowadays it's like people knows, actually now like I said, social media and all that.
Yeah.
They search for your style. They know what I'm getting into. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So not lately, man. Today I did a really cool tattoo on this girl's leg, and it was her first one too. And I know she was on pain, but she was like, "No, I take it."
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, it was like,
For a first
because
one?
I even told her like,
How
"Hey,
often do you get first timers?
well, a few.
Yeah.
But the first timers they go like now they go loud, man.
Yeah.
They go like I wanna sleep. Like she's like I wanna start with my leg and crazy that she was like shaking, a little annoying, and I even asked her like, hey, you wanna get some numbing stuff? And she's like, no, I take it. Awesome.
That's dope.
I guess part of the tattoo is the pain.
Yeah.
And the pain.
You're warned about it. Everyone knows about it. And if you, and I feel like a lot of people say, "Oh, it doesn't." You're a fucking liar.
No.
It always hurts a little
Everything
bit.
hurts, man.
It
Like,
always hurts
all
a little
tattoos
bit.
hurts.
Dude. You're bleeding.
Yeah,
What's
of
wrong
course.
with you? Obviously, it hurts.
If it doesn't hurt, you're fucking
idiot.
really high. Or
Yeah, you're on something, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
or
like.
no.
That's crazy. And then even the next day, you're fucking sore. You're just fucking got pressed
Yeah.
against with fucking 6 needles at milliseconds.
15.
You know.
That's the most that I use. So.
Come
But
on.
yeah, you know, it hurts. But I think that's the whole process, and that's why you love it too.
Exactly.
Because
Some people
makes
say that you even get addicted to it.
yeah, I think so.
You get addicted to the pain. You almost search for it.
Yeah.
I have a buddy, Braden. He's been fucking telling. He was like, "I've been
Dude, that guy fucking
He's a trip.
crazy.
He's a trip.
guys gotta see this
shout out
guy.
Bray. He's
Yeah.
fucking half-ass cheeked out already. Half his ass is blasted down. He's a trip. He has a fucking
Super cool.
warhog on his ass cheek. It's epic. Epic ass warhog.
He didn't want to go to Mexico, and then I was like, dude, this is not what you think, man. And he went and he loved it.
Oh, he loved it.
Yeah,
He talks about it
came
all the
back,
time.
He's like,
He
yeah.
talks about it all the time. It's
crazy.
All the fucking time. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that convention, dude.
Yes.
This man holds the biggest tattoo convention in Mexico.
Yeah, one of the biggest. We do it in Guadalajara, and it's usually in November. And it falls usually on the first weekend of November, which is Day of the Dead.
Mm-hmm.
So all I wanted to do, or me and my partner wanted to do, it was like a door opening for other people, other artists coming to Mexico and see how beautiful Mexico is, and also people from South America, or Mexico and South America, that they cannot travel, you know, to United States or other countries to get tattooed. They can go in the middle, you know.
Nice.
So that was a nice opening, and it's family oriented. Like everything is like so safe, where the place is huge. It's I give you some videos so you guys can see it. It's super dope, man. We have like these shows of Day of the Dead. We have badass musicians, man.
I'm gonna tell you now, open Jill. I haven't been because I had a couple bench warrants and I couldn't get on the plane.
So you gotta fix that.
It's fixed now. It's fixed now.
Perfect.
We fixed
Next year.
We fixed it. Next year. I'll be there.
We'll be
Next
there.
year.
We'll
For
be
sure.
there. Oh, there you go.
I would love to, man. You guys come, man. I take you guys to see how they make tequila. I take you guys to lucha libre, like wrestling and all that. That's fun, man.
Oh, I'm next year. That's a fucking deal. It's
And
set here first.
how long you been running doing that?
Now it's our 4th year doing it. The name is Viva la Tinta.
Viva la
which means
Tinta.
Viva la Tinta, and so
wait. Viva la Tinta. Long live
to ink.
to ink.
To ink.
Oh, okay,
To
I was
ink.
gonna. I was gonna say auntie.
Yes.
I don't know
Auntie.
why. Because you said Tia or Tita.
Viva
I'm
la
sorry.
Tinta.
That's close.
Tinta
That
is,
is close.
Yeah.
That's close. That's close. That is pretty close.
You're ready to
Yeah.
go to the next year.
Let's go.
So yeah, it's in a really
beautiful. I've
awesome
heard-
place.
I've
and
heard all
yeah,
kinds of nice
it's
things.
so nice, man. So nice.
Shout out to
So
Guadalajara.
happy.
Shout out to Guadalajara. My dad's from Guadalajara. Los niños at and all that.
Sorry, Dad, at the gas station, by the way.
Shout out my dad.
Shout out Alva's dad.
Okay, what's up, Dad? Oh, he's heard about you already. So you're going on 4 years now. You're now at the Raven and Wolves right here in Long Beach.
Yes,
with
in the Wolves. That's where we're working in Long Beach in the Promenade.
like that's where you can find my boy Alan Padilla. Bring a bottle of tequila.
Yes.
If you do come see Alan Padilla, that's kind of like
More
his
than
thing.
welcome.
And you'll get him in a better mood. So briefly, you saw what we did here. We talked about. Also, wait, I forgot.
What?
Alan Padilla has a bunch of collectibles of a bunch of dead shit. He has a
I
beautiful
got a
snake,
good collection.
bat,
Good collection.
fucking bugs,
That bat is
fucking
crazy.
bones.
bones,
That bat is crazy.
everything, bro. That's just pretty cool. I wanted to. So, how did that come about? How did that collection come about? Because you got a collection of a couple beautiful things in here. You got other people's sketches, your own paintings, this beautiful Aztec Mayan headband there, all kinds of beautiful paintings. How'd you get into the dead shit?
I like to, I like to have respect for that also.
For the dead.
For the dead, you know, and so
That's something
I
that's
own
huge in our
a
culture.
few skulls, and I keep them in a pedestal, you can say, you know,
Yeah.
like I use it also as a reference and to learn, which that's another thing, and also I they're being my models too, and I paint them. Actually.
Okay.
That's one of the, that I just use. I call her Panchita, and I use her as a reference to do this painting.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
So
I can't get over that painting, man.
man, it's one of my favorite too.
That's beautiful. So yeah, you guys saw what we did here.
That's right.
Came by Alan Padilla,
Drink some beer.
drank some beers,
beers,
took
some
some
shots.
shots. We're gonna just keep partying. We might see some of it. It happens every time though. It's something casual.
Yeah.
We do Purps and Gold.
Some jokes.
Some jokes, some tequila, some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Throw up a little bit.
Throw up a little bit. It's normal.
Normal.
It's normal. It's alright. You know, if it goes in, it has to come out, right?
Has to.
So it's your boy Big Al.
Maybe some police.
So,
And Alan.
It's Purps and Gold, you guys, and we don't fuck with the police.
that's right.
We don't fuck with the police, though.
Tell a friend.
Tell a friend, subscribe, you guys. Tune in. We got more tattoo artists, more reggae, more hip hop, more cannabis, more Lakers. Go Lakers, baby.
With everything, ass and titties.
We see all this fighting amongst us today. The world up and down, so let us proclaim that the voice of our people shall always be heard when there's no one to cover. Oh, thank you, the world, and I don't want to live. I do want to live in this world that's such bigger dream. World of hypocrisy, no, when people don't listen, yeah. But people don't be so quiet. And your voice is the only thing when they don't want to cover. Oh, thank you, the world, and I don't want to gig it. I don't want to give my children a new place to with no sense of future, destruction of world. To try to break you down, they're talking all over town. Oh, about the freedom I have, you gotta stand up to see, yeah. That they don't want to see you bargain for their rights, no. Cause they just will not sit you down to maintain them profit political power. And they don't want to see you fight for their rights, no. Cause they just will not sit you down. And they just will not sit you right down. But won't you stand up here today? Why won't you stand up here today?